Hello, my name is Russell Moffett, President of Salute Design and Construction. On behalf of all of the members of the Salute Council, I'd like to welcome you to the 36th annual, and might I add, very unique Salute Design and Construction. Salute is made up of over a dozen industry organizations with a simple mission: to promote the design and construction industries through education and to celebrate the accomplishments of our peers. Well, tonight is that celebration, and although we can't be together around the table, we can be together in spirit as we recognize our future leaders, celebrate the accomplishments of our peers, and honor those trailblazers who paved the way. Now I'd like to welcome tonight's MC. This is her third time hosting Salute, and I am very thankful to have Jennifer Jackson of the Springfield Business Journal. So go find your comfy chair, kick back, relax, and enjoy the evening. We can't wait to see you next year in person.
Thanks for that introduction, Russ. I appreciate it, and I am so honored to be here for the third time to celebrate with you all the 36th annual Salute to Design and Construction. As I think back over the last 36 years, I think I can claim 30 of these banquets myself that I was here for. I know that at least 2 of those I missed because I had children born during Salute Week, of all things. A couple of those years I know I came with children in tow, convincing them that this was their birthday party. And some of you have celebrated birthday parties, I know, here. I remember celebrating in those first years at the Clarion Hotel and moving to the Oasis, and now, unfortunately, to our own living rooms. We've had notable MCs like Tim Rosenberry and Jeff Butler, Kirk Elmquist, Rick Quint over the years, Jeff Houghton, Tom Turton, to name just a few. We have shared a bottle of wine, or 2 or 3, and Windsor, of course, making sure that there's no leftovers on the table. We have celebrated the incredible, humongous centerpieces that are often on our tables. We voted on the best ones. I've eaten next to a toilet in the center of the table. I think that won best centerpiece that year, as a matter of fact. We've had so much fun over the years, but in all of that time, there is a common thread that has run through this, and that is coming together, all of our organizations, to celebrate the wonderful work that has happened in the design and construction industry. And first and foremost, to push those industries forward and to ensure that it continues and that there are students coming up in the ranks with our celebration of scholarships. And this year is no different in that regard, but it is different in the fact that we're not together. But I contend that 2020 will be one of the most memorable Salute to Design and Construction banquets that we've ever had. We will remember this because throughout this pandemic, each of you have done your job and worked diligently as essential workers. And we have so very much to celebrate and so much to come back to in the years to come. So here's to you. Cheers to the Salute to Design and Construction industry. Before I get too long-winded, I'm going to step aside and let some others say hello to you this evening. From the Chamber, City, and County, we have Matt Morrow, Ken McClure, and Bob Dixon, respectively. Please welcome them.
Hi, I'm Matt Morrow, President of the Springfield Area Chamber of Commerce, and every single year I look forward to all of us being together in person for the Salute to Design and Construction celebration. I've been doing it for years, and I know you have too. But this year, of course, is a little bit different, just like all of our activities are in 2020. But it's still good to get together and to recognize the important impact that construction and design have on our community and on our economy. In fact, the very backbone of our growing economy here in the Springfield region and really throughout this part of the country. Every major recession that we have experienced in most of our lifetimes has led out by construction. There's been all kinds of activity that's happened that's helped us recover from those recessions because of construction taking place. And this, I believe, will be no different. difference. So now more than ever, it's never been more important. It's always important to see construction thrive in our community. It's a sign of new jobs and new capital investment happening in our community that helps us to grow and helps us to be everything that we expect and need to be. But now more than ever, it's really very, very important that you lead in the way that you always have, and in the way that I fully expect and know that you will continue to do, that we can grow out of this difficult time, we can grow out of this season, and we will be led, as we always are, by construction and design. Thank you for all that you do, and it's a great privilege to be able to help celebrate your incredible industry tonight. Thanks so much.
I'm Ken McClure, Mayor of the City of Springfield, and it is my honor to be a part of the annual Salute to Design and Construction. This year's event, of course, is a little different, as we have to do it virtually, but we are so pleased to be able to honor each of you in this vitally important industry. Construction industry is always important to Springfield, even in normal times, but especially so as we are in the midst of this pandemic. In spite of having to shut down several businesses last spring in the interest of being healthy, we are pleased to have the construction industry continue to be able to operate. That was so essential to keeping our economy going. And now, as we are starting to take steps to open up gradually, we're pleased that the construction industry is once again providing a solid basis of economic support for our community. We join you in focusing on workforce development, as we want to develop those who would be interested in important careers in the construction industry. We are your partners in that effort. Finally, this evening, let me congratulate all of those scholarship winners. We're so pleased for you. Thank you for being a part of this process. Congratulations and best wishes.
Hello, I'm Bob Dixon, Presiding Commissioner in Greene County, and on behalf of the County Commission, it's my distinct privilege to salute you as we salute design and construction. You know, the work that you do each and every day is essential to our economy, not just during a pandemic, but all the time. You are the backbone of our economic vitality, as it were. You know, when I'm out traveling, if I'm traversing Greene County or if I'm beyond the county line and I see construction going on, it warms my heart because I know that there are jobs that are at play right there in the construction process, but there are also additional jobs being created all the way down the line. So thank you for the work that you do. You know, we've been pleased here in Greene County to see the construction that we're engaged in and all of it coming to fruition. The construction of our new jail, the construction of our building operations center, the new construction for those two, as well as construction over at our Family Justice Center. These are all projects that benefit the taxpayer, but if it were not for those in design and construction, it would not be possible. So your work is essential, not just during a pandemic, not just when we're building projects in Greene County, but each and every day. And to that end, we just want to salute you and say thank you for the work that you do. Keep up the great work.
Matt, Ken, Bob, thank you for those welcomes and thank you for being here with us tonight. We appreciate you joining us despite the changed format this year. The next segment of our program relates to scholarships. As you know, this has been one of the most significant things that the Salute to Design and Construction Council has collaborated on over the years. And one of the initial reasons that the banquet started was to celebrate area students. I want to recognize the organizations that work tirelessly all year long through various fundraisers and endowments to create these scholarships for area students. SCA, the Builders Association, AGC Missouri, the HBA Charitable Foundation, CSI, Killian, Miller Engineering, AIA, DeWitt, and Springfield Design Association all have contributed scholarships this year. AIA actually reaching endowment level this year, in addition to providing scholarships for students, making sure that they can continue to give in years to come. In years past, I would say scholarship recipients may have represented 30 to 45 minutes of our program. Tonight, what you're seeing is images, the faces of the students that are recipients of these awards this year. And I hope you'll reflect on those images. There are students that are going to OTC, Drury, MSU, as well as many surrounding schools. And they are the future of the design and construction industry. I wish there was a drum. Imagine a drum roll right now, because the dollar amount will floor you that these organizations are bringing to the table tonight. The number is $151,300. Wow, thank you, and the students thank you. It's no surprise that a number of the students that you just saw on screen are students of the construction management program at Missouri State University. These students have often dominated awards at the national, regional, and state level. Tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Richard Gebken. He's a full-time faculty member in the construction management program at MSU. He's professionally trained in architecture with an MS and a PhD in civil engineering. Please help me welcome Dr. Richard Gebken as he talks about what his current students are up to.
It is great to be here for the 2020 Salute to Design and Construction Virtual Awards Banquet. My name is Richard Gebken, and I am the Construction Management Program Coordinator here at Missouri State University. As in years past, I want to share with you some of the amazing accomplishments of our students. 2 weeks ago, our students competed in the 2020 Associated Schools of Construction Region 4 student competition. This year, as you can imagine, was anything but normal. Instead of our 6-member teams being locked up in a hotel room together for 16 hours, our students worked as virtual teams, creating estimates, schedules, and project management plans in 4 different competition divisions. Each division was sponsored by a contractor who either worked on or is currently working on the actual project. This year, our students tackled a commercial general contractor problem that was a $5 million firehouse station in eastern Kansas. The 2-story structure included state-of-the-art amenities and 2 stainless steel fire poles. In the design build division, students designed and planned for a 21,000 square foot 2-story middle school in California. It was a multi-phase master plan project including future football, baseball fields, and 300-car parking lot. In the commercial CM division, our students prepared estimates and schedules for a $30 million rural health center using the construction management at-risk delivery method. And in the heavy civil division, a $14 million roadway improvement in West Memphis, students estimated using the A+C contracting method. The project had to cross both Interstate I-40 and 55 just west of the Mississippi River. The project had a DBE goal of 7%. It is my pleasure to announce that we were once again highly successful. 3 of our 4 teams placed in the competition against 11 of the other top programs in the country. Our commercial division placed second in their problem statement sponsored by Turner Construction. Team members were Nick Lance, Ryan Geis, Ethan Adams, Jacob Jones, Carl Patow, and Henry Albarracin. Our design build team tied for the school's highest performance in that area with a second place finish in a division sponsored by Lusardi Construction. Team members included both construction management and interior design students. They included Stephen Buechler, Dylan Haley, Joshua Schurman, Sabrina Pavlova, and John Ankrum. Finally, our heavy civil team took top prize in the toughest division, which is sponsored by Kiewit Construction. In the only division offering a cash prize for the top team, our first place students included Lathan Carnes, Brandon Lafrane, Jacob Johnson, Taylor Monzik, JT Schumann, and Clayton Farr. Thank you to both our Construction Management Advisory Board members and all the local contractors who help support and coach the teams in their preparations. In addition, thank you to our faculty coaches, Aaron Sauer, Jim Peterson, and David Joswick. We're very excited to continue the winning tradition here at Missouri State, and we look forward to sharing with you next year's successes in person. Thank you.
Having talked about scholarships, I think it's also important to talk about career days here. Things have been a little different this year, as you well know. We were not able to send speakers out to area schools to reach kids at a younger level. So many of you have taken your time to go visit schools in teams of 2 or 3 and talk to them about your training, education, and preparation, and some of the best experiences you've had in the design and construction industry. Not all of that happened this year, as you well know, but it will happen again, and it's worth mentioning here because I encourage you to keep that top of mind. On screen now, you're looking at some of the most notable faces and places in local design and construction of 2020. Photographs were submitted in 2 categories, the faces and places of design and construction. It's my pleasure to recognize Randall Hawkins as Best in Show. 3rd place in Faces of Construction is Jessica Struckhoff's photo. 2nd place goes to Travis Gillespie. Travis's mom, Nikki, won 1st place in the Faces category. In the Places category, taking 3rd place is Brett Tate. 2nd place, G.R. Stovall. And 1st place, Billy Taylor. Your photos are always a fan favorite. I would encourage you to continue to take photos of the faces and places of construction in 2021. And please take the time to check out all the amazing photos submitted this year on the Salute to Construction Facebook page. Oh dear, you caught me off guard. I figure sometimes this program gets a little long and maybe you all need a little potty break and beer break. I know I do. I need a little help to get through the rest of the show.
Hey all, this is Russ again. While we're taking a short break, I just wanted to add a couple of quick thank yous. Jennifer, thank you so much for emceeing tonight. You always bring such a warm and personal touch to the event, and I greatly appreciate that, especially this year. I also want to thank Miles Boyer and the Builders Association for all they do to support Salute. Many of you may not know, but Miles is our AV expert, and tonight he's once again behind the scenes running the show for us. Miles, I just want to personally say thank you. Salute would not be the same without you.
And now for the segment that you've all anticipated and waited for. We have some significant Pinnacle Awards, and kicking that off is the American Institute of Architects, AIA. They will present the Craftsman of the Year and Superintendent of the Year awards. Here to kick that off, Karen Cortez Spence, current president of AIA and professor of architecture and associate dean of the Hammond School of Architecture of Drury University.
During this pandemic, we have learned firsthand of the importance of the built environment. Not only how much we depend on it for comfort and safety, but how being in meaningful spaces helps us mark time and make connections to both people and the world. Our engagement with our environment has never been more palpable. With this understanding, the Springfield component of the American Institute of Architects is grateful for this time to celebrate design and construction. My name is Karen Spence, and I'm the AIA Springfield president for 2020, representing over 200 members, associate members, and allied members who live in Southwest Missouri and work here and beyond. As architects, we are dedicated to providing great design to enhance experiences of everyone who uses our buildings, and doing this in a way that respects our earth and our communities. We pursue this in collaboration with all others in the design and construction fields, and depend on the entire team to take a project from conceptualization to finished construction. While there are a number of key players in this effort, we take the time to recognize 2 special roles, that of superintendent, as without good oversight and coordination, any job would result in chaos, and that of craftsperson, as without people who can take ideas and transform them into reality, any design efforts would be lost. We had a number of fantastic nominations for Craftsperson of the Year. This award is meaningful to us because our work depends on those in the field who can translate our design ideas into actual physical pieces. This year, I am happy to announce that the Craftsperson of the Year is awarded to John Art Kessler. Art receives this award because of his work on the stairs at the Cox College in Springfield, Missouri. This project was a renovation of an existing facility, and the design called for a set of floating concrete stairs that reached from the lower level to the second story. Art coordinated all the trades for this work, from demolition and temporary shoring to the framing, pouring, and finishing of the stairs. AIA Springfield recognizes that craftspersons like you, who bring to life the ideas that we have on paper, are essential and valued members of the design team. Congratulations, Art Kessler. While we had a great many nominations and commend them all, the Superintendent of the Year is awarded to Dustin Wilson for his work on Block 22 in Pittsburgh, Kansas. This housing project to serve Pittsburgh State University involved 4 historic buildings, with 2 being across the street from the other 2. To turn the once vacant structures into inviting living spaces for students with a deadline that corresponded with school opening, meaning that deadline could not be moved, was a daunting task. Dustin first served as a framing subcontractor for this project, but when a vacancy occurred for the superintendent with the general contractor, Dustin stepped in, completing the work with a high level of oversight and coordination, meeting all deadlines as promised. Dustin, AIA Springfield realizes that superintendents like you make our jobs not only possible but enjoyable. Congratulations, Dustin Wilson.
Wonderful. Congratulations again to Art Kessler and Dustin Wilson, and for showcasing your beautiful work. Next up is the National Association of Women in Construction, or NAWIC. This organization is there to support women in the trades and in all aspects of design and construction. And they have 2 significant awards to present: the Rosebud Award and the Vesta Award, both Women of the Year. And as those names suggest, they're recognizing an up-and-comer in the industry and someone who has established herself as a veteran in design and construction. Please welcome NAWIC.
When she came to work for us, obviously she had a great skill set already, primarily focused on the project engineering side of our business. Fit right in, did a great job with our team. I really appreciate her involvement in our community. That's huge for us as a company.
She's always wanting to get involved. It's not enough to just be a member of something. She wants to really dive in and, hands-on experience. She wants to make sure that she's teaching others, that she's learning new things. She's definitely always out there picking up new responsibilities, new roles. It's great.
She became involved in NAWIC, and within her first year of membership, she was asked to serve on the board. And she stepped right up to the plate, took the position, and took off running.
Dana does a great job of leading by example. Dana is clearly very dedicated to growing the community. She's always the first person to get involved in anything we have going on at the office, whether it's a party that we're throwing, or a subcontractor appreciation event, our Christmas party, whatever it is, she's the first one to raise her hand and get involved.
She has a great ability to look at what's going on and anticipate what the needs will be. And prior to even asking for volunteers, quite often she's saying, hey, how can I help with that? What can I do to make that better?
She's always not just raising her hand when we give her the opportunity for training, but she's asking for the training. She's a very driven individual and wants to better herself. She indicated to me early on that she was going to come to work for us as a project engineer, but she clearly had her sights set on being a superintendent.
She really wants to make sure that people understand the industry. She wants to make sure that people know that there are different ways to get to the same spot. It's going to be great listening to her for years to come. I think she's going to connect with students, and she's already making headway in the industry, and I'm really excited to see what she continues to do both locally and for the industry in the entire region.
Dana has been a strong member for NAWIC and a strong advocate of the construction industry. It's exciting to watch what she's doing both in her personal life, her business life, and her volunteer life. And I know she's going to continue to make significant contributions to our industry.
Dana is a strong asset to our company. I really appreciate how she has raised her hand for bigger challenges, and we've given her those challenges and she's totally ran with them. She's done a fantastic job. She is the first female assistant superintendent at Navholz, and there's not a doubt in my mind she'll be the first female superintendent at Navholz. She's clearly driven to be that. She wants that, and she has the skill set to get there. The sky's the limit for her. She could probably do anything she wanted to, as driven as she is.
Dana has been part of the Springfield community for just a few years, and when you look at everything she's accomplished in that short time frame, it's amazing. You know she still has a lot more to give to our industry, and she will be here to mentor women in the industry, and I really look forward to watching that.
We see a lighter side of Dana too, which I totally appreciate. She loves to joke around with everybody in the office, out on the job site, you name it. She is focused at work when she needs to be focused at work, but she also finds the time to develop relationships.
Congratulations, Dana. It's been an honor to serve with you on NAWIC, and I look forward to serving with you in the future.
So we're super proud of her. I don't know of anybody more deserving of this award than Dana.
Dana, congratulations. I don't know anyone else that deserves this award as much as you do. You are doing so much for every group that you're a part of. You're doing so much for your company, so much for the industry. I just think it's amazing that you were selected for this, and congratulations.
Well, Miss Dana Haas, I am happy to announce that you are this year's Rosebud Award winner. Congratulations.
I just want to thank everyone who nominated me, and I want to thank NAWIC for selecting me. I wasn't expecting it at all, and once again, thank you, and thank you to everyone that has helped me get to where I am too.
She really has a passion for workforce development. It's such a great thing to see her pushing students to get involved, pushing other people to be mentors within the industry. We all know manpower is one of the biggest struggles that we have right now, and she's doing something about it. She's not just sitting back and complaining about it. She's looking at what can we do? How can we make this a better industry tomorrow by doing things today? I love that about her.
She was part of the ACE Mentor program in St. Louis, and she decided that that would be a positive thing to bring to Springfield.
She was an adjunct instructor with us at OTC. She's been integral with ACE, and we've done a number of tours with her over the years, and she's always willing to lend a helping hand and mentor however she can.
She has a strong dedication to construction and kids in the community, and her energy, her passion, her drive really not only pushed herself but all the board members to do a great job.
She's a wonderful instructor. She's always willing to go above and beyond. She'll always bend over backwards to help however she can, wherever she can, whenever she can. She also serves on our advisory committee. She's a valuable, active member of our advisory committee, and we love having her here.
She's always going above and beyond. She has a family, she has children at home, but she still makes time for her community. She makes time to volunteer. She makes time to get others to volunteer. She's just one of those people that when she sees a need, she's gonna fill it. And she's gonna not only be there, but she's gonna get others excited about doing the same thing.
I knew that she was involved in a lot of community activities. She was involved with the church. She was involved with the Contractors Association. I also knew that she was former military, which we like that. Through all those community ties and also through her industry reputation, I knew that she would be a good fit for us. Her leadership, her organization skills have just been a great asset to our company.
She was the first female president of Generation Next. She stepped in and she was involved, and she really took the reins to say, what can we do to make this better? She's got this vision looking forward, understanding that what she's doing today is going to impact us 1 year, 5 years, 20 years down the road.
Stacy is a great friend. She is an awesome person for this industry, and she has done an outstanding effort to not only promote our industry for high school students, but been a positive attribute for our industry in general.
Stacy has been enthusiastic about everything that she does. She's been excited to be back from her time overseas and after her deployment, and she has just jumped in with both feet and helps energize our department.
Students love her. She's able to bring that real world experience into the classroom.
Stacy is always ready to serve by example. She's always ready to delegate when she needs to. She reads the situation, she reads the group, and a lot of times what she's doing is in the best interest of those around her. She's very good at pulling people in to use their strengths, even if they don't know it's a strength.
When I heard that Stacy was getting this award, I could not think of anyone more deserving or better than she.
Congratulations, Stacy. You deserve this award, and we're excited for you and happy that you've been selected for the VESPA award.
Stacy, I am so happy for you. I don't know anyone else that deserves this as much as you do. You have done so much for our community and so much for our industry. I just am so happy that you're getting this. Congratulations.
Stacy, so happy that you won this award. I think you've done so much for everyone in this industry here in Springfield, and I couldn't be happier, and very well deserved. Congratulations.
I have a surprise for you. You're the winner of NAWIC's Outstanding Woman of the Year, the VESTA Award. What? Yeah! You are!
What? Oh my goodness. Well, okay. I want to thank NAWIC for selecting me as the Outstanding Woman in Construction VESTA Award recipient for 2020. I appreciate my peers within the Springfield industry that nominated me for this award. I love what I do, and I'm extremely grateful for this honor. Thanks.
Dana and Stacy, congratulations, ladies. Next up in our program is Springfield Contractors Association and the anticipated awards, Design Team of the Year and Developer of the Year. Please help me welcome Springfield Contractors Association.
It's been about 7 years in the making from the time that I presented to the school board and asked them for this stadium renovation. Now to see it actually come and be done, it's just amazing to me.
When I reflect back on the project from the beginning to the end, everyone was there to really kick this off right. And then throughout the entire 8-month project, going through a pandemic, all the different ways of communicating, it was just an amazing process to get so much engagement so quickly.
3, 2, 1.
Communication, I believe, was key for the success of the short timeline of this project. There was several challenges that we worked through directly with Dake Wells. They were extremely efficient and quick with their responses. That was key to being able to have our first game.
I'm representing the Springfield Contractors Association, here to award the Design Team of the Year. The Design Team of the Year award was created to allow contractors to recognize excellence and coordination by local designers. Teams are judged on creativity, uniqueness, complexity of design, as well as how the team worked together. Community involvement, impacts on local traffic, infrastructure, and environment also play a part. The SCA is proud to announce the Nixa High School Stadium Improvements Project is awarded the 2020 Design Team of the Year. We would like to congratulate the team, Dake Wells, Medemeyer Engineering, Schaefer and Hines, and Colvin Jones Davis. We would also like to recognize the owner, Nixa Public Schools, and the general contractor, DeWitt and Associates.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. On behalf of Nixa Public Schools and Dake Wells Architecture and DeWitt Construction, we just want to say thank you, as well as the 6,400 students that we serve. It was a wonderful project, and we're just so excited to receive this award. Thank you. Well, one of the great challenges we faced was time. Here we were amidst a pandemic, 8 months to be able to complete this renovation project and several days of rain. And what we experienced was just awesome teamwork. Time was short, but teamwork prevailed. And at the end of the night of opening day, as the fireworks were going off, we had just defeated the #2 team in the state. I think we all were just sitting back enjoying the sweet taste of not only victory, but teamwork.
With our architect, Dick Wells, and with our contractor, DeWitt, they did a phenomenal job. Enjoyed working with both groups on it, would definitely work with them again on it. I felt that they cared, had a vested interest. It wasn't just a job for them. Our superintendent for DeWitt, Craig, has been awesome to work with. Very proud. It's a little surreal.
The stadium project here at Nixa Schools is one of the highlights of my career so far, not because of what we built, but for what it's going to be doing for our students here at the high school and even our junior high. Probably can't tell from what's going on behind me, but we have a marching band practice going on right now. We have multiple sports and activities that use this facility on a regular basis. We have up to 6 events sometimes a week on this field and in this event facility, and so to have the changes made to it has made such a huge difference, not only just in how we function, but also in the safety and wellness of the community that come and attend these events. And so we have large enough areas that can accommodate the crowds, especially during this time of COVID. We can social distance and still keep our students, keep our community safe. And so we're just so excited to have this facility.
It has been exciting to work with our architects and contractors as they've designed our new stadium and built it. And I'm excited about the finished product and how it's going to benefit future generations of Nixa Eagles.
On behalf of the Board of Education, we'd like to thank our community for your support and partnership in providing this amazing stadium for the Nixa students and our community.
If it were not for the developers who take the chance and go out and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take the risk, all of us would suffer. And I think it's important that the SCA over the years has recognized that and has honored these individuals for their commitment to our community and the risk that they take within our community.
There's always a deep desire in our community that says that if we are going to grow, we need to have space available, and there's a lot of discussions all the time. Warren's not the type of guy that discusses. I mean, Warren's the type of guy that goes out and acts, and that was what really allowed us to be able to make the moves that we were able to make. So he's really contributed to the economic development, because while people were talking about space, he was out there actually doing something about it.
Warren looks at things probably differently than most real estate investors that I'm familiar with.
You can always see the excitement that he sees in doing these projects, to bring something back new to life and also help stimulate the economy for the Springfield area.
He likes to take projects that have failed for somebody else, and he can see things that other people can't see. And he figures out a way to turn them into a profitable enterprise.
When we first went and walked the solo property, got up on the roof and there was actually trees growing out of the roof. The building was in really bad shape, disrepair. He spent over $23 million on it, updating it and bringing it up to what it is today. Those dollars go right back into our local economy. It provides jobs to the construction people, architects, engineers, all of those involved in it. And now today, there's probably in excess of 800 to 900 employees who work in the facility.
It's kind of interesting that his vision, we had got to play a part in and got to be able to take advantage of the situation because of his wisdom in terms of knowing that one day we would need that if our city was going to grow economically. Warren Davis Properties is everywhere. I mean, everywhere you go, I mean, he's totally out in front. He's always been out in front his entire life, and that's what really makes Warren Warren.
He's a lot of fun. Warren has a saying that says, let's go have some fun and make some money. Patrick and Warren really have made an excellent team, and Kim's kind of that balancing act and keeps them in check sometimes. When Patrick and Kim leave town, it's almost comical as to how Warren will say, hey, they're out of town, let's go do something, let's start another project. Warren's a little ornery in that regard.
He is probably one of the most charitable people you'll ever run across. He's got a tremendously big heart. He really loves children and invests heavily in terms of children and also in education.
Warren has just touched so many entities and nonprofits around the community that a lot of people have no idea of the strings and the little levers that Warren's pulling. He challenges other people to be their best.
With the contributions that Warren's done with the community, anywhere from the DCO to the Arc of the Ozarks, and I'm sure there's multiple others that he's contributed to, he tries to give back to the area.
So it's not only a matter of just the economic side of it, okay? It's understanding that you have to keep reinvesting in terms of the social activities that occur in terms of our community if we're going to have a well-rounded community. So if there's someone that is in that circle of well-roundedness in order to be able to build a better future for everybody in our community, it's Warren Davis.
Congratulations, Warren Davis Properties, to your entire team. This is a great award and an award that's long overdue to you and your company.
Warren, I'm happy for you, and I would like to congratulate you on this.
Congratulations, Warren Davis Properties. It's a well-earned award.
And you have worked long and hard to achieve the success you now enjoy.
What's this?
Well, Warren, I don't know, you ever heard of this Salute to Design and Construction? Congratulations, Warren.
Thank you.
And this goes to the entire team. The entire team.
We're appreciative of all our partners who are members of the Contractors Association that have helped with our development projects over the years.
We humbly accept it, and thank you all so much for the recognition. I'm glad that the effort I've seen my father put into Davis Properties for 25 some odd years, to see the recognition come back to him is an honor, and I'm really, really proud of my dad and our company.
I got one thing to say. I appreciate it very much. Never expected it. It's a great honor, and we'd do it again.
In our final segment this evening, we have a Pinnacle Award presented by the Salute to Design and Construction Committee, and that is Lifetime Achievement. As I mentioned, 2020 has been a stellar year, so we actually have two distinguished individuals to recognize tonight. This award is intended to recognize not only the accomplishments, but the leadership, the mentorship, the promotion and inclusion or advancement of others in the field of design and construction. Please welcome distinguished members of the committee to present these two Lifetime Achievement Awards.
He's loyal,
very knowledgeable, good friend, very congenial.
ethics beyond reproach.
He's just a really fine human being.
Best partner a person could ask for.
And he's pretty damn funny.
Engineers are not known for having a personality at all, but everybody just loves to be around him.
You can't drive through the city of Springfield without seeing something that he was involved in.
He's capable in several disciplines of engineering, and what that makes him is very valuable for the project from a strategic point of view.
We were in business for 25 years and we never had a major mechanical, electrical problem on the site. Larry is very thorough. It's hard to be 100% right all the time, but I think Larry may break that exception because I really feel like he's right 100% of the time.
Larry and Kathy, they're like family. So, I got the best of two worlds. I got a great friend and a great mentor that taught me a tremendous amount about engineering.
He's really impacted not only the engineering community, but the architectural community.
You have been a friend and a great mentor to me.
He was really unique in just showing what it's like to work as a professional, have friends, interact with people. He has a depth of wisdom that you really don't know until you spend enough years with him to really filter down through all that stuff.
I've never seen Larry back down from any job as long as he's going to make some money out of it.
You could always rely on Larry regardless of the problem to face it. He would say, "Now, gentlemen, let's take the high road on this." So Larry's a man of the high road for me.
Who knew when I talked you into joining me that we would survive this long and I would have the privilege to see you receive this award.
Congratulations, Larry. You've earned it, and you've played a very important role in my life. Thank you.
You're a warm and wonderful person, and you deserve all of the accolades that you've received.
Larry, congratulations, man. You deserve it. And just because you've received the Lifetime Achievement Award doesn't mean that you get to retire, because we really need you at our office, not only for the expert of an engineer that you are, but just your personality and your friendship. So honored to work with you, Larry, and congratulations on your award.
Larry Phillips. Larry has been a licensed engineer for 50 years, 35 of those as principal engineer and owner of Pelham Phillips Architects and Engineers, and subsequently Pelham Phillips Hagerman, where he led one of the largest architecture and engineering firms in Springfield, Missouri. Over the course of his career, Mr. Phillips contributed to the design of several notable developments in Springfield, from the remodel of the Springfield Art Museum in 1982 to Hammond's Field, Juanita K. Hammond's Performing Arts Center, Chateau on the Lake, and numerous hotel projects for John Q. Hammond's. In addition to his notable work, some of his best achievements come from the fact that he mentored and trained many of Springfield's younger generation of architects and engineers that are now running their own companies today. Larry has not only left his mark on the city of Springfield's beautiful skyline, but with the next generation of architects and engineers in our community. For those of us that have spent a lot of office time with Larry, we all know that he loves to walk around the office, tell jokes and stories, usually borderline appropriate jokes. I have learned so much from him over the past 7 years and have tremendous respect for him as a person and all he has done for our team here at BKD. Larry's leadership, his sense of humor, his love for engineering, and the mentoring of young engineers continues here today, and we hope for many more years to come. To be recognized for a lifetime of achievement is such an honor and a privilege, and we're all so very happy for him today. It's now my great honor to introduce Larry Phillips for the Salute to Construction's Lifetime Achievement Award for 2020. Did we surprise you?
Yeah, you surprised me. I had no idea. This is a great award, and I really appreciate it. Now, if there's any young people out there that want to become engineers, I think it's a wonderful profession. It's been good for me all these years. 50 years, is that what you said? Like that. In the profession of architecture, 60% is architecture, 40% is engineering. We have to work together, and engineers make more money. So we go on. Thank you.
You know, generally in the industry, we touch a lot of lives, and that's the great part about what we do. And you know, Ted has certainly touched many people's lives indirectly through the projects we've built.
The number of buildings that Ted was involved with have developed our community into the showpiece that it is. When I think about the number of projects, the quality of projects, the innovative construction techniques that he brought to the area, I think of Ted Smith. The other thing Ted did, Ted had a healthy competition with other large contractors in the community, and it pushed them to be better. I think the only way to get the best out of someone is to be pushed by the best. And he and others in the community that built us to where we are truly pushed each other along to be better.
He always tried to do things right. He always insisted that his people do things right. He really cares. He cares about what he's doing, about the project. He cares about his reputation. He cares about my reputation.
Ted was well known in the industry as a construction expert. If you had a problem, Ted was one of the few that you could reach out to find that solution.
My father and Ted were close.
And my father assigned a project to me to get built, and he didn't say call DeWitt, he didn't say call a contractor or an architect, he said call Ted. And what Ted taught me in that first project was life-changing. I didn't understand construction methods or processes, and he took a young kid, even an owner's rep that I was at the time, and showed me how projects should run and what the proper processes were.
Actually, a lot of my contacts with Ted probably included our children. And you would have been fortunate to have Ted as a father.
Ted's contribution to the industry in Springfield will have ripple effects for many, many generations. He was the ultimate professional, demanded excellence, well-educated, well-respected, pushed people to be their best in this community. I think that'll last for years. The company that he left behind, the leadership he left in place is strong and will continue to build wonderful buildings in the Springfield community and beyond.
Much of the way that we operate at DeWitt now is a testament to the leadership that Ted provided while he was here. You never just bring a problem, you always bring a solution. And he had an uncanny way of being able to guide you into finding that solution on your own. So he took the time to help you grow and learn along the way.
Ted, on behalf of myself, my family, and our company, we want to congratulate you on your Lifetime Achievement Award from the Salute to Construction Banquet. Well deserved. You are by far one of the biggest influences in my life as far as how construction projects are delivered. Thank you for all you've done for me personally, for the community, and for the buildings that will outlast all of us.
Ted, congratulations. Can't think of anyone more deserving than you to receive this award.
Ted, I am so honored to be part of this activity to give you this leadership award. As they say in the Bible, well done, good and faithful servant. Very well done.
On behalf of the Salute to Design and Construction Committee, it's both an honor and a privilege to recognize more than 39 years in the industry and your contributions to the community. And with that, the committee is bestowing upon you the Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I really want to express my appreciation to the Salute to Construction for this award. It's an award with my name on it, but it's really an award for the people who work these projects throughout the year. And so I extend my real appreciation to those guys that were out there finishing concrete, setting steel in the cold and the wet and the rainy days. This is what makes the construction industry in Springfield, Missouri. And I was happy to be a part of that for almost 40 years. So it's a very nice award. Thank you.
That's a wrap on tonight. And it went fairly quickly and in the comfort of your armchair. Thank you for being with us tonight. I believe that 2020 will be a memorable banquet, a memorable year for a number of reasons, and so many of them good. Before I say goodnight, I want to give a final shout out and a thank you to all who have contributed to tonight's success. As you know, the Salute to Design and Construction Council meets throughout the year, making all of this possible. I want to thank Russ Moffitt for his leadership as president this year, and all of those who considered the photographs, the scholarships. I want to thank all of you for tuning in, for being here, and continuing the party. The best news of all, I would typically tell you here to drive home safely, but you're already home. Good night, everybody, and thanks for being here. That's a wrap.